something more to make it go like, great. Everything's there for casuals and everything's there for no-life losers like myself, right? So here we have actually some additional pictures. Kazuya and a shirt, I have to say I like a lot. But it seems like they are doing what they did in Tekken 7 and sort of not make this fit exactly with Kazuya's physique, right? I have to say that this looks a little bit, considering we've seen Kazuya's bulging physique quite a few times now in trailers. And I gotta say his lats here, the arms are very chunky, right? But the lats and the pecs, it should be more rounded out here, I feel. This does not look like Kazuya's physique. This looks like Kazuya's arms, but shoulder definition here. And the traps, it should go down a little bit more here. Traps should be more defined. We know what he looks like. And then the, what's it called? Death Star deltoids. I don't know. It's a little bit. So this looks a little bit like the copy-paste customization they would do starting from Tag 2. Tekken 6 was the only game to have... No, sorry, I'm lying. Tekken 5 and Tekken 6 had custom outfits for everyone. No one shared any items. So everything was tailored for that specific character. And this looks like the Tag 2 Tekken 7 thing, where this shirt will look like this on every single character. Just copy-paste. And here we see the outfits. It seems quite rich, though, in terms of outfits. We have head, full face. Also, okay, I missed this. So we have head, full face, glasses, entire body, upper body, lower body, shoes. Unique. Nice. So there's at least a separation now. Lower body and shoes. This would be one single, palette swap. So now we have shoes. Oh god, for those of us who love shoes, this is a big thing. And here's unique. All right, and I like the very clean look. It's so dark customization mode in Tekken 7. I like this. It's a clear grayish, bluish tinted background. I like that. It's very clear. But there seems to be a lot of Freddy Krueger. Let's go. There's a lot of cool stuff here. Hipster, lumberjack. I like it. But yeah, I know that this saves a lot of time and money, not tailoring them for each character, I know, but it just adds a lot, seeing it actually fit the character. Also here we have V, default, Tekken 8 Kazuya, but here is changing the color of the hair, so that's nice. Standard details, what does that mean? Details. Character customize. Oh, so he's changing the shoes, and you can color the shoes, and you can. And here, it's still very rich in terms of colors, right? So these sneakers have 5 different colors you can change, and then I just don't know what details mean, but okay. I wonder if details is what they had in Tag 2, where you can actually apply decals onto every single piece of clothing you have. You could add like images and shit. Well, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, Ducky, I really like what I've seen. Looks cool. Really cool. And the game is released sooner than I thought. Long horns make a comeback. Okay. Oh, and you can place them however you want. the horns. So that adds a lot of detail. Oh, with the Jin look. I mean, that's Jin's outfit. And looks really good on Kazuya. Looks really good on him. I might rock this. Looks really good. And he does seem to have a lot of options, right? On release. There's a lot of stuff here. 52 out of 53. That is better than Tekken 7. But a lot of this stuff is going to be shared across the roster. Oh my god, I love this. That is one drippy jacket. Versace. Really liking this. I mean, yeah, looking good. Oh, that's more like Claudio, Italiano. Yeah, come with me to Sicily, my darling. Can I pour you some more wine? Looking good. Looking good. This is Kazuya with the more sensitive approach. I gotta say, I like every look. I like the levels of swag. Yeah, I mean, that's the first date with June, and this is the second date. It looks really good. I mean, look at this fucking drip. I want to use all of these. I feel, don't you feel like in Tekken 7, everything looks like trash. It's a short beige shorts that you would wear if you go to a certain gentleman's club or bathhouse. You know, those short gray hot pants. I'm like, why does Kazuya have this? And you know, everything, 80% of the stuff is just goofy, right? Oh, a shower head, short shorts, cargo pants. Everything looks like trash. Everything looks like trash, except for a few items. But here, everything's like crazy drip. This is the stuff I like. Yeah, I want to drip out my character. I don't want him to look like, you know, fucking Looney Tunes cartoon. I mean, you can have some Looney Tunes stuff, but this is what I like. Now it feels like we actually had someone who knows a thing or two about clothing, custom design, all of this stuff, right? This is, everything is just super drip, right? They had someone who knows what they're doing oversee customization, I think. So now they've like inverted what they did with Tekken 7. And Tekken 7, 80% goofy, 20% cool. I think it's gonna be the opposite in Tekken 8. 80% cool, 20% joke. Is what it looks like, at least. I mean, just looking from here, most of the stuff looks cool, right? And serious. So I gotta say that this is more my cup of tea. I like this. Oh, I wanna go with the Freddy Krueger one. But yeah, I gotta say, everything is looking great. Everything is looking great. And this is the direction the game should go in. Although, what is this? Oh my god, are these the Freddy Krueger claws I just said I wanted? Oh my god. It can go Freddy Krueger, everyone. And what the hell is that? Oh, no, is this a Wolverine cosplay? Is he Logan? That's a Wolverine cosplay. And it does say claws. God, I'm retarded. I'm so slow. I'm really old. Yeah, this is Logan. Or he can go Freddy Krueger with these claws. And this oh, wait. And this shirt. Really cool. So yeah, I gotta say, you know, as a Tekken fan, it's a lot of stuff here to be very excited about. It's looking really, really good, in my opinion. A lot of great additions. So far, you're going to have Arcade Hub. So that's just like Street Fighter 6. And it's going to be a great addition. Straight ripped off, but, you know, Street Fighter 6, that was a good idea. So it's good to have it in Tekken 8 as well. We're going to have an epic story mode, I think. I don't know what the quality is going to be of the writing and dialogue. I'm not expecting too much. It's still a fighting game, very anime-inspired young adult fighting game. But it's at least going to be a fleshed out story mode. I feel like Street Fighter 6 did not have that, right? Instead, Street Fighter 6 had a, in my opinion, a little bit lazy arcade mode with endings for the characters with these pictures and some narration by the character, which I thought was a little bit lazy. So Tekken 8 is actually going to have the more NetherRealm Studios inspired fleshed out story mode compared to Street Fighter 6. So that's a big plus for Tekken. Big plus for Tekken. But then Street Fighter had World Tour. I don't think Tekken is going to have anything similar. And Street Fighter did have special battles, which are goofy battles like versus mode, but with dumb rules, like jump over balls as you're fighting, etc. I'd never played it, but I saw the trailer for it, and I thought that was a great idea. So this is where I hope they yet again rip off Street Fighter, put something similar in where we can choose from like Tekken ball mode or jump over balls, or, you know, just goofy, dumb stuff that we can do online that's going to add a lot of longevity to the game and just some laughs. Would be great. But yeah, outside of that, yeah, maybe a Tekken Force mode or something. Maybe they could do a Tekken Force mode with online co-op. Would be a great idea, great feature. It's looking really, really good so far. I just hope there's even more than what we've seen so far. So we have a fleshed out story mode, fleshed out customization, and we have Arcade Hub. And we have online tournaments with 16 people. But I think with everything we've seen so far, it would be perfect if they were like, no, there's even one more thing. There's special battles or Tekken Force mode with co-op. Just something more to make it go like, great. Everything's there for casuals and everything's there for no-life losers like myself, right? But looking really good. And 32 characters, huge roster. That puts them at #1, I think, in terms of roster size. Yeah, I mean, what more could you want? What more could you want? It's looking really good for Tekken 8, boys. And it drops pretty soon. So we have MK1 dropping in a month. And then 4 months after that, it's going to be Tekken 8. So I think they're spaced pretty well. And Street Fighter 6, a huge hit on release. What are the sales up to now? Have Capcom, have they disclosed how many sales they're at now? I just know the game is doing so well in terms of sales, Twitch viewers, tournament attendance. It's really doing well, Street Fighter 6. And it sold 1 million in just a few days. And then we know MK1, it was over 2 million on the first month. 2 million in the first month. Gigantic hit. Gigantic hit. And then MK1 is going to sell more. It is going to sell more. It's just... we're doing everything correctly in terms of story mode. I really don't like what we're doing with the characters personally. Everyone is younger and cooler and more attractive. Yeah, what's up, bro? Yeah, everyone acts like a YouTuber a little bit more. I liked more when the characters were more over the top, cheesy designs, maybe older. Yeah, come on, bro, yeah. Oh, now I sounded like a YouTuber again. Fuck. They were, I don't know, they were more tongue-in-cheek, satire funny before, in my opinion. They were just goofier. Now, unfortunately, it's like, now you're taking yourself a little bit too seriously, in my opinion. The fatality is still there, right? And all of that. But still, you know, what carries that game is story mode, which they do really well, better than everyone else, in my opinion. And the gore, fatality, shock value is still there. Everyone wants to see, what does the fatality look like now? And from a technical point of view, the presentation is great. But I gotta say, from what I've seen of MK1 so far, it looks just a little bit dull in terms of graphics. It's a little bit too gray and dull to look at. And the characters are too bland, good-looking young YouTuber. I don't know, it sort of misses that spark a little bit that I felt the older MK games had. When they were just over-the-top ninjas. I don't know, I don't know, a little bit of that spark is gone for me. But you know, the fatalities are amazing, and that's what sells MK. Story mode, fatality, gore gimmick, and with all of the negative stuff I'm saying here for MK1, they're going to have Homelander and Omni-Man, and it's just, you know, absolute genius content. I mean, I'm gonna buy that game. I'm gonna buy Homelander. The Boys Season 1 remains, to me, arguably the best thing done in terms of superhero media adaptation. For those of you who like The Boys, Season 2 and Season 3, it's Season 1 again, on repeat. They're constantly giving you Season 1 over and over again, but they change the plot details a little bit. But Homelander has the same arc in every season. He starts out loyal to, what's the corporation called? It's Compound V, right? Vought. He starts out loyal to Vought, and by the end of it, he goes loco and crazy and unhinged. I can do whatever the fuck I want! And then the next season starts, and he's again back to being loyal to Vought. Oh, I'll do my presentation now. Hi everyone, I'm Homelander, and then by the end of it, I can do whatever the fuck I want! And they're doing that over and over again because they don't know where to go. Because they know that Anthony Starr, is his name right? Homelander carries the show. He's by far the character that carries the show, and they can't kill him off. So, but it's very different in the comic that it's based on. I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent here, but I'm a big fan of The Boys. It's because the comics go in a very different direction, right? But Amazon, they have a huge hit here. The Boys is a big hit, and they're like, we can't kill off our main baddie who carries our show. So what can we do? His arc has to reset every season. So with many words, I'm saying that Season 1 to me is genius. I mean, how scary is he in that season? Every single scene he's in, it's like, I don't know, it's so uncomfortable. It's very rare to see a performance like that where the villain is actually, you just don't know what he's going to do. Every scene he's in, you feel this dread and suspense because he's so unpredictable. And he's so creepy. Perfect performance from Mr. Starr. Perfect performance. And probably one of the all-time villain performances, I would have to say. But yeah, Season 2, Season 3, you don't even have to watch them, in my opinion. I know a lot of people like them, but to me, The Boys is Season 1. So, I'm going to buy MK1. I mean, I would have played story mode either way. I know it's going to be quality. Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath, the story DLC, incredible. Absolutely incredible. And I think everyone should play through that. But I'm gonna buy MK1 for the story mode and then for Homelander. And I really like Omni-Man as well. And I could give you a really nice summary of Invincible as well. Great series. It's not The Boys, but it's really good. And I'm looking forward to Season 2. But so perfect DLCs. Perfect DLCs, in my opinion. So MK, if you watch the trailers on YouTube, MK1 trailers get like... Tekken 8 trailers have done slightly better than the Street Fighter 6 trailers, the character trailers. MK1 trailers are absolutely exploding. It's not even close, like Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8. MK just reaches that big mainstream audience with name recognition and the blood gore gimmick and story mode. But in terms of gameplay, I played the stress test of MK1 and I thought it was very weak. Very weak. Because this was fresh from having played Street Fighter 6, which is so responsive and sort of a perfect 2D fighting game in my opinion. And MK1 is so clunky in comparison. Granted, I did not play the beta, but people keep telling me they actually buffed the movement for the beta to make it less clunky. So what I say now, take it with a grain of salt, might be much better now. But do I see it coming close to Street Fighter 6 in terms of gameplay? Most likely not. Most likely not. MK1 is going to outsell both of these fighting games. Street Fighter 6 might do better than Tekken 8 in terms of sales. I'm hoping Tekken 8 does better, obviously. But in terms of being an esports presence, I think MK1 is going to be dead on arrival. I think it will have maybe a year where it does well, but Street Fighter 6 is going to outshine it by 19 miles, I think, on the esports market. And I'm wondering how Tekken 8 is going to put up a fight against Street Fighter 6 in terms of esports, the competitive scene. But I think it will do well. I think it will do well. So yeah, that's me looking at the customization and talking a little bit about all of these games. You never can't market MK because of a brutality. Oh, it's the genius of Mortal Kombat, and what has always been the genius of that franchise, is that as soon as you've reduced someone's health bar to 0 on the final round, they stand back up again like this, and you hear, finish him. That is the genius of that franchise. That is what has sold 100 million copies. Make no mistake, that single thing alone is what has sold 100 million copies and made that game the hit it is. You know, and input the secret sequence and suddenly Sub-Zero tears your fucking head off and shoves it up your ass. That's it. But, so yeah, that's me talking about customization and how the games are going to stack up against each other. I do also want to stress yet again that I believe, and in my opinion, Tekken 8 and MK1 are closer to each other than I would think in terms of technical presentation. I have to say, the more I see of MK1, I was expecting a little bit more. I gotta say, MK11 is not far behind MK1. In my opinion, I gotta say I expected a little bit more from MK1's graphics. Tekken 8 is not far behind, in my opinion. And again, it has to be said that when you watch MK1, anytime you see a cinematic or an intro or win pose, MK1 looks pretty flawless. I mean, from technically, it just looks like real people. And it's like, nice. They nailed that. But as soon as I see MK1 in action, as beautiful as the models look, that game looks much better in action. Much better animated. And then the dynamic 3D camera moving around the fighters. The fighters moving around in depth. It just looks so much better in action than MK. And I think most people would agree that Tekken, when it comes to the animations and looking at the fight itself, it looks more dynamic than pretty much any other fighting game. And I think that's one of the big reasons Tekken has done so well. It's very pleasing to look at. And I think even the casuals respond to that. Like, when I play Brian, it actually feels like I am a kickboxer, and I can feel the impact of a mock kick, the hatchet. It's well animated. There's a lot of weight into everything, and even if I don't know what I'm doing, it looks cool when I do 4-3-4, or I do a throw and the camera pans around. It's like, I think people really respond to that, and that's what has carried Tekken quite a bit. So yeah, I'm really going on a tangent here, but yeah, Super happy with this. Game drops in 5 months. I can only stress again that I hope we see more game modes. I really hope we do. But from what I've seen so far, it's a gigantic leap in the right direction. Gigantic leap in the right direction.